Welcome back to The Explainer. So you're hunting for a new place to live, right? Well, you've probably noticed that the online real estate market in 2026 is, frankly, a bit of a maze. It's incredibly complex, fast-paced, and highly fragmented. But don't worry, today we're going to demystify all of that for you. We'll walk through the very best home search websites out there so you can finally stop endlessly scrolling and start searching strategically.
Okay, let's dive right in. Here's our playbook for today. We're going to look at searching for homes in 2026, comparing the big five portals, the AI search revolution, climate and community factors, some really cool niche platforms, and finally putting together your winning search strategy.
All right, Section 1. Searching for homes in 2026. Dealing with a highly fragmented market.
Searching for a home online used to be so simple. You'd just type in a zip code and boom, you saw absolutely everything. But today, it's a completely different ballgame. Thanks to exclusive partnerships and these coming soon programs at different brokerages, well, homes just don't appear on every site at the exact same time anymore. Literally, a house can pop up on one website days, sometimes even weeks earlier than on another one. It's wild. To navigate this effectively, you really need to know exactly what each platform brings to the table.
Moving on to Section 2, comparing the big five major search portals. Now, what's really interesting here is how the heavy hitters actually stack up. We're talking Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, Homes.com, and Trulia. They all handle the basics fine, sure, but their advanced tools, they vary wildly. Zillow is kind of your go-to for easy browsing and crunching those affordability numbers. Redfin, on the other hand, really leads the pack with their visual maps and, crucially, their 30-year climate models. Then you've got Realtor.com giving you these highly detailed filters. We're talking wind and noise data. Homes.com, they totally excel at neighborhood lifestyle scores. And Trulia, well, they're fantastic for getting those deep local insights into what a neighborhood actually feels like on the ground.
Like I mentioned, all the big five offer those fundamental filters. You know the ones: location, price range, bedrooms, square footage. We're actually going to skip right past these because honestly, every major platform handles them exactly the same way. Nobody's picking their favorite app based on how it filters bathrooms, right? The real magic happens when we look at their advanced features.
Which brings us to Section 3, the AI search revolution, or what I like to call conversational hunting. Welcome to the new era of real estate, where thankfully we don't have to rely on those rigid, clunky checkboxes anymore. Check out these specific AI tools rolling out across these platforms right now in 2026. Zillow's got this AI mode that handles super complex location and commute preferences. Redfin actually features a conversational search where you can refine things with follow-up requests, almost like chatting with an agent. Realtor.com is rolling out Real Assist AI, and Homes.com just dropped Homes AI to help seamlessly compare neighborhoods. Basically, these tools let you completely ditch those old traditional drop-down menus. Think about it. Instead of guessing which boxes to tick, you can literally just type out exactly what you're dreaming of. Phrases like lots of natural light, private backyard, good home office, or even close to hiking trails. The AI just translates your everyday language into a highly targeted list of properties. It finally solves for those abstract desires that just never fit into a standard filter.
All right, Section 4, climate, commutes, and community. Basically looking way beyond the four walls of the house.
And this brilliantly illustrates just how hyper-specific things have gotten. This specialized data is absolutely massive for today's buyers. For instance, Realtor.com features a wind factor. That is incredibly useful, maybe even essential, if you're looking to buy in a hurricane-prone region. On the flip side, Homes.com offers a highly specific sound score. It measures highway, train, and airport noise, which is a total game-changer if you're just looking for the absolute quietest neighborhood.
Now, when we look at broader environmental impacts, Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, and Homes.com all actually source their property-level damage risks from First Street data. This covers the whole spectrum: flooding, wildfire, wind and hurricanes, extreme heat, and even air quality. Having this standardized risk data literally right at your fingertips, it's just absolutely vital for making a smart, informed decision today. But wait, if long-term climate modeling is a big priority for you, pay close attention to this. Redfin has a very specific advantage here. They provide not just current climate exposure, but modeled future risk looking out over the next 30 years. If you're planning to settle down for decades in one spot, getting a glimpse into that 30-year projection is pretty much invaluable. So, where does Trulia fit into all this?
Well, think of Trulia as your go-to when you're still trying to figure out the actual vibe of an unfamiliar place. Trulia is simply the best for deciding where to live. They give you resident reviews, local photos, and even real-world parking insights, which is huge. The other platforms? They're generally much better for deciding what to buy, focusing heavily on individual property data, saved searches, and instant alerts.
Let's move on to Section 5, exploring niche search platforms for very specific property needs.
Because sometimes, even with all their fancy bells and whistles, the big five just aren't quite enough. If you've got super unique property criteria, you've got to look outside the mainstream. Let's do a rapid-fire run-through of some specialty sites. First, you've got fsbo.com for sale by owner listings, great for cutting out the middleman entirely. Then there's land.com, which is absolutely your best bet for acreage, working farms, or going totally off-grid. Are you a history buff? oldhousedreams.com curates these stunning, historic, and time capsule homes. And greenhomesforsale.com is essentially the ultimate marketplace for solar, sustainable, and eco-friendly housing. So really, finding your specific niche is easier than ever if you just know where to look.
Finally, Section 6, your winning search strategy. Let's get into some practical tactics.
It's time to translate all this cool platform knowledge into an actual strategy you can use right now. First off, remember why relying on just one single portal is a massive mistake. Because of exclusive pre-market partnerships, things like Compass coming soon inventory getting prioritized on Redfin or Zillow's specific preview listings, a house can legitimately appear on one website before the others. If you're only checking one site, you might completely miss out before the home even hits the general market. No way do you want that to happen.
So, the crucial point is this: you absolutely need a multi-platform approach. Here's a super simple 4-step strategy to make sure you never miss out. Step 1. Pick your primary platform, whichever interface you personally prefer, and set up your absolute must-have filters. Step 2. Enable instant alerts for real-time updates on that primary site. Step 3. Add a secondary site specifically for specialized research. Maybe use Realtor.com to check the noise levels, Redfin for the long-term climate data, or Homes.com for their AI neighborhood features. And Step 4, when you're truly ready to pull the trigger, use a customized MLS search partnered with a local real estate agent to catch absolutely anything the algorithms might miss.
Which leaves us with one final, critical question for you to ponder. Are you relying on just one portal to find your dream home? Look, the 2026 real estate landscape is just way too complex to keep all your eggs in one basket. So I challenge you, upgrade your search strategy using the tactics we've talked about in this explainer. Mix and match your platforms, lean into that AI, dig into those niche sites, and take total control of your home buying journey. Thanks so much for diving into this with me today.